One question we get asked a lot at So Synced is, how does an avoidant attachment style form? Well, it's not random, and no one is born with an avoidant attachment style or anxious. There are specific environments and situations that lead to different attachment styles. Hi, I'm Jess. I've helped over 5,000 people find love, and I run a one-to-one coaching program that takes you from anxious to secure so you can feel confident and trust your gut. If you're ready for this transformation, sign up via the link in the description box. So first, what is an attachment style? An attachment style is a set of thought patterns, behaviors, and emotional responses that shape how we connect with others, especially in close relationships. It's essentially your subconscious blueprint for intimacy, trust, and vulnerability. Our personality describes who we are. Our attachment style describes how we love. We're born with a personality. We're not born with an attachment style. Attachment styles are primarily formed in the first 2 years of our lives and first 7 years to an extent. They're heavily influenced by our early relationships with caregivers. They're shaped by how consistently our needs were met or not met in those formative years. It's worth noting that your attachment style can change over time, either due to situations in later childhood or adult experiences, but it's a bit less common. It's possible to become securely attached at any age, and I work one-to-one with clients to do exactly that. And a quick heads up, if you're anxiously attached, this next part is for you. If you constantly overthink, spiral, and second guess yourself, I've got something that can help. It's called the Self-Trust Blueprint. It's my 3-step framework to go from anxious to secure in life and love without years of therapy or guesswork. And I'm giving it away for free for a limited time. And honestly, I'm super passionate about it because I've seen it change so many lives. It's the exact framework I used myself to become securely attached. And my life is so much better for it. I've helped over 5,000 people find love. My work has been featured in Forbes, Cosmopolitan, Men's Health, the New York Times, and many more. And I've spent years refining the exact tools you'll find inside this blueprint. If you're ready to go from spiraling to secure, sign up via the link in the description box to get it while it's still available. So if a caregiver was responsive and attuned, we're more likely to develop a secure attachment style. But if love felt unpredictable, distant, or overwhelming, we might develop an insecure attachment style as a way to protect ourselves, or an attempt at least. These early dynamics become the lens through which we view love, safety, and connection long after childhood is over. So in the case of an avoidant attachment style, what's actually going on? Well, avoidants usually grew up with caregivers who are either emotionally unavailable or not very responsive to their needs. This attachment style comes from a place of physical or emotional neglect to an extent. And I'm not just talking about extreme neglect. Sometimes it's more subtle, like a parent who was around physically but wasn't emotionally present. Physical neglect might look like a child being left to make their own meals at a young age or not having medical care when they're sick. Emotional neglect might look like them being told to stop crying when they're upset or being ignored when something was wrong. Sometimes it isn't always obvious neglect. In fact, many avoidants say that they had a good childhood. I hear that a lot. But it could be things like caregivers not being emotionally attuned to the child's feelings or having caregivers who went away a lot, say. So over time, the message they learned was, okay, if I want to feel safe, I need to deal with things on my own. It quite literally feels like a matter of survival. And this becomes their blueprint for relationships as an adult. They get close and then they pull away because intimacy actually feels threatening to their nervous system. And of course, avoidants are only human. A part of them does want connection. But the moment things start to feel too emotionally close, too vulnerable, too dependent, their nervous system goes into defense mode. Closeness triggers old wiring that says, this isn't safe, you might get hurt, back off. It's a survival mechanism that made perfect sense at one point, but what helped them cope then often sabotages connection now. So yes, avoidants aren't cold. They're just protecting themselves in the only way that they know how. And your attachment style can be healed. If you're ready to stop feeling anxious when someone pulls away and instead feel secure no matter what's going on around you, then my 8-week Heal Anxious Attachment one-to-one coaching program is for you. It helps you to rebuild self-trust and feel confident within. If you're ready for that transformation, sign up via the link in the description box. Thanks for watching.